you play online, I guess.
I don't want to play online. The load times are too long, and the people are all assholes. Single player's where it's at, anyways.
I still have any interest in paying $30 for the single player because I'm a cheapskate and I have more things to play.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair. But man, I'm having a good time in single player.
Well, don't spoil the story for me because that's one story I actually care about.
It's been a really good story so far. I have no idea how far I'm in it, actually.
Yeah, no story spoilers, please.
Okay.
Because I've actually managed to not have the story spoiled. And I do want to play it at some point. But anyway, I guess our homework. I need to open up the other list. How many games do you have perspective for this?
I played 3. I played Paladins.
Well, I haven't actually played any of these. That's this week. Our test week.
Yeah, well, I mean, I played a few just, to get, my eye in on the ones that I was the most interested in anyways.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I was doing my final, what's people playing these days? Yeah, what are the kids into? And then the news about Brink drops. It's like, okay, that's a weird one.
Getting close. Anyway, nope, that's the wrong thing too.
But yeah, I do have Paladins on my list. I have Gigantic as well.
Yeah, I played Paladins, Gigantic, and Trove. Those were the 3 I was most interested in, and I definitely want to do Paladins. It was like...
Well, my other options are Defiance, which is a MMORPG.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. Crossout, which is a sci-fi version of Robocraft, and hopefully it's better balanced. My main problem with Robocraft after a while was that you start running into the exact same bots that was just exploiting. Well, exploiting is probably not the proper term, but making full advantage of how they deal with damage.
Yep.
I put Brink on the list just because it just came out in the free-to-play, but who knows how long that's going to keep people around. Supposedly there's no monetization on it; it's just full free-to-play now, with a couple DLCs that were there anyway. And Marvel Heroes Omega, the new version of Marvel Heroes.
Crossout looks fun.
Yeah, it looks interesting. The primary problem with it is that for stream night it'll be a pain because it requires time to build something.
Right.
But it's less parts than what Robocraft has. Robocraft bot would have 100 some blocks most likely. This looks like it's probably down to about 20 or so. A lot fewer parts.
Okay.
Granted, I haven't played it yet, so I don't know what the balance is like. And every single one of these in the reviews complains about free pay-to-win bullshit. I mean, every single free-to-play game I looked at.
Yeah.
But let's see, my entire list, those, well, I'll just go from the top. The Secret World, EverQuest 2, Gigantic Paladins, Defiance, Crossout, Brink, and Marvel Heroes Omega. That's my entire list. If I had no real order in those, if I had to go, Crossout would be in my top 3. Defiance, just because it's it's supposed to be an interesting setting. Granted, the TV show flopped. I'm not sure what the server populations are on the MMO these days, but it's more of a shooter MMO.
Right. So you said Defiance, Crossout. What's your other third one?
I'd probably go Marvel Heroes, but I know you would hate it because of the camera perspective.
I've played Marvel Heroes before. I mean, it's been, I think, 3 years.
Well, it's gone through 2 major revamps since then.
Okay. Well, I didn't like it before because it was a shitty game, but, I mean...
Supposedly they've improved it, but no idea.
Okay, so my top 3 are Paladins, Crossout, because that looks badass.
Hey, at least I found something that you liked.
Yeah. Trove was okay. I wasn't a big fan of Gigantic. It was okay.
I hadn't tried out Gigantic yet. I've downloaded it, I just haven't tried it.
Yeah, I played it. I played one round of it today. I played Trove for a little bit, but then the server went down for maintenance. And then I played Paladins, and then I played some more Paladins, and then I played some more Paladins, and then I went, I should stop playing this in case we do it.
Well, I know. I think it was Trove that some of the rocket jockeys were doing for a while. Aki and them.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't bad. It was okay. I wanted to play more, but the server went down for maintenance. I had to leave it, and then I found Paladins, and man, that's a smooth playing game.
Yeah, that's technically a MOBA, isn't it?
It's more no, it's
or is it that weird combination hero shooter MOBA that's been going around lately since Overwatch really became popular?
I would say that it's pretty much an Overwatch clone, a free to play Overwatch clone. I mean, you have to level up to unlock the more expanded modes, but right now it's just push the cart. And
push the cart!
And that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Characters are pretty good. They have a raccoon. His name is Pip. He's very cute. He has a grenade launcher.
You want to do inappropriate things with the raccoon, don't you?
Absolutely. He rides a horse, and he stands up on his horse because he's too small to ride it like a normal person.
Well, he's not a normal person. He's a raccoon.
Fair play.
Granted, I probably shouldn't tell Rocket that.
So my top 3 are Paladins, Crossout, and Brink. I've been interested in Brink for a while.
Well, only thing I really have pausing with Brink is that we have no idea what the player base is going to do. I mean, it literally went free to play today.
Yeah.
And it's seen a server, obviously it's seen a player bump, but who knows how long that's going to stick around.
Yeah, it looks like there's 1,000 people, 1,100 people playing right now.
Yeah, and that's, first day. Granted, usually the peak will probably be about day 2 or 3, because, it went free to play this afternoon, so, the news passes around and people download it overnight. And the people that are playing it right now are, like 5 people that still had it downloaded from when it was still a purchase game. It's just so weird that it went free to play after all this time. I put it on the news topics list. Just a link to the store page.
Yeah.
Because there's no real good articles about it yet.
Yeah. Paladins has got a current players 22,000. So, but Paladin's been pretty big since launch. They just recently released a new hero.
Yeah, and Crossout is a Gaijin game, if I recall correctly. So not all of its player base is on Steam. Which, when I was doing my final look around, I went to the the current stats, and I was in for a bit of a shock there. Granted, it's nearly that again, but PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds was nearly number 1 on Steam.
Yeah, its numbers are big and continue to grow.
It's ridiculous. Dota 2's peak today was 781,000. PlayerUnknown 718.
Man,
I actually did the math, and between the top 3 games, Dota 2, Battlegrounds, and Counter-Strike, those 3 had 15% of all the users online at the time. Or it was, I think it was about 15% or so. Yeah, it was in the low 10s. It was just absurd. And TF2's rebounded, but TF2 was completely out of the top 5.
Yeah.
But I went to the player stats just to see if there was any, free-to-play games on here that, I didn't know about. And I'm not really seeing any. Because, let's see, top free-to-play would be Dota 2, TF2, Path of Exile, Warframe, Paladins, Terraria almost there, with how deep that goes on to sales constantly.
Yeah.
But not technically. Black Desert Online. That's a pay-to-play one, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's pay-to-play, but it's free. It's a pay-to-play, but no monthly charge, if I recall correctly. Untuned is on there, and that's a free-to-play. Which that's another strange one. I'm just going down the list to see if there's anything else here. Smite, War Thunder. I do want to try World of Warships again at some point for a stream night, because my primary problem there was I was having technical issues and it pissed me off.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play it again here lately. I just haven't.
I just got so irritated, just having my FPS just dip for no reason.
Yeah.
And that's a game that, once you're out, you're out.
Yeah. So we've both got Crossout on our list, so both of us should definitely check that one out. And then my top is Paladins, and you said your top was...
Yeah, I see Trove on here.
Yeah, Trove's alright.
It's a sandbox MMO, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much I'd enjoy that.
Yeah, it was alright to start playing, but even in 30 or so minutes of gameplay, I could see this is gonna be a huge grind if you don't want to spend money on it, just because of how much shit there is to unlock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just still going down the list real quick.
What's up, dudes?
Okay, that's a pay-to-play game. Pretty much any game that I don't recognize immediately, I'm at least checking out. Hang on, that's a free-to-play game that I don't recognize. Tree of Savior. Looks like Asian MMO.
What? Trees of Savior?
Tree of Savior. Here, I'll give you a link.
I got it already.
Oh. I mean, it has a very anime style. And
one of the screenshots is just black screen.
No, I see screenshots on here.
Yeah, no. I see a bunch of screenshots, but the last one is just black.
Oh. Well, the last one is, the censorship, because, it is I'm assuming this is an Asian MMO. I mean, just, from the art style.
Yeah.
Because typically, this style is more the Korean MMOs. But it's very pretty, though. And, who knows how fun it would be, because...
Yeah.
Okay, so we're definitely checking out Crossout. Crossout hit a peak of 8,100. It's on the top 100 list. And it has 2,700 right now, so that's a fairly healthy player base for it to be not exclusive to Steam.
Yeah. So
Granted, there's a lot of negative reviews about it though. That's what just giving me a little bit of pulse on it. But it's pay to win, too much grind to be enjoyable. But it's a gaijin game, so it's you go into it expecting grind.
Yeah, I don't always trust Steam reviews anyways, and particularly when it comes to free-to-play games, I go to outside review sources, because that tends to happen. People are like, oh, it's pay-to-win bullshit, grind fast, and I don't think that's a fair criticism of free-to-play games anymore at this point, because there's so many that do that. If they've got a shitty business model...
And also it really depends. If it's pay to skip, it's not as egregious, depending on just how much grind you're able to skip.
Yeah. My call quality's probably going to take a dip. I started downloading Crossout just so that it's done. I don't forget about it.
All right, let me make notes here on my game list. Crossout. What was the others?
I was pretty high up on Paladins.
I kind of want to check out Defiance again. Hang on, let me see if I could get a player count on that. Because I know you're a sucker for sci-fi.
I love sci-fi.
And the little bit I played of this, I played a couple hours. Hardly enough to really, be able to say much about it.
It's pretty low. Playing right now 0. Today's peak 488.
Let's see. With the way that dipped, that's definitely the Steam maintenance. Either that or their server maintenance.
Yeah.
Because that's too sharp a dip for it to be natural. So just before that, it was in the 500 range, 400 to 500 range. So that makes me think that it has at least some player base, but it's going to be mostly a single player experience.
I'd be willing to give it a shot if you really want to.
It's one of those things I remember, it looking interesting. I know that you get a vehicle pretty early in. You get, not the full buggy that you see in the screenshots, but like a little four-wheeler pretty early on. Which is, kind of unusual for an MMO to, give you that much mobility.
Yeah, usually you don't get your mount, air quotes, until...
At least if I recall correctly. Hang on. And they say also that that's not just the Steam players. So that's just the Steam players. There's ways to play it without Steam. It's kind of the annoying thing about games like this is because it's hard to tell player counts really easily.
Yeah, I'm going ahead and downloading it.
All right.
Defiance is a game I've wanted to check out, honestly, for a long time anyways. And it used to be, you had to pay for it. And I was just too cheap to buy it because, MMO. I was a little bit nervous about them.
So should we do one more? So it's 2 each? Or are we sharing Crossout and then having 1 each?
No, I'm fine with sharing Crossout and having 1 each.
I kind of won you over instantly with Crossout, didn't I?
I mean, like...
I wasn't expecting that.
I love car combat. I'm up for that. And you build your own cars? Yeah. I pretend I'm in Mad Max.
Yeah, it does have that Mad Max vibe to it, doesn't it?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, my one puzzle with Crossout is that when we do it for stream night, if that's still the plan, we have to get people to check it out early to be able to have their stuff ready. It's the same problem that we hit with RoboCraft. People, download it and then not even load up the damn game and then complain about, I don't have anything built. Granted, that was mostly Gem, but still.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll download this later. I am glad that you were able to get your homework done after you played your Nintendo game.
What? Excuse me.
I was more referencing what my mom used to say.
Oh, okay.
No matter what the game was, it was always the Nintendo.
Yeah. My mom was that way for a long time, but then she made the switch, and now everything's an Xbox. Or a Wii. Everything's an Xbox or a Wii.
Which is still a Nintendo.
It is. Alright.
I wasn't sure if you'd get that, so...
Well, I wasn't sure if that's the joke you were making, or if you were specifically...
Well, specifically after referencing homework.
Yeah.
I was going on parental.
I gotcha. Yeah. Did I mention I like Paladins a lot? I was surprised at how much I liked that game. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of... The Blizzard one. Fuck. How did
Here's the Storm,
Overwatch. I didn't really like Overwatch that much. I mean, it wasn't a bad game. It felt good.
I never played it. Well, pretty much after they announced that was it going to be free to play, I didn't even bother trying it.
Yeah,
and debate it.
I played it.
It's kind of that weird thing that I know it's that weird thing of, well, it's not free to play, so I don't want to pay for it. But I have this weird situation. First of all, of having a backlog longer than most people's libraries. And second of all, I play at odd times anyway. So player bases are usually a lot smaller for me naturally, so it kind of makes me shy away from multiplayer games in general.
Yeah. I think
unless I want to deal with the language barrier and play on the European servers, but my middle of the night or my midday for normal people, middle of the night is early morning for them. That's not much better. So I have to go to Asian servers and oh.
Yeah. I think the reason I like Paladins so much is it feels like Overwatch, but the characters are more colorful, and it doesn't cost anything. Like, you've got one of every class unlocked, like...
You being a cheapskate? Nah.
At the start, and then they've got the rotation characters like all of these free-to-play games do, but... It's good. It's good. It's definitely, regardless of whether or not we pick it, it's going to wind up in the Stream Night rotation. Because you can put together 5-person groups. Dibs on the healer. 1, because that's my class of choice, and 2, he's a raccoon. He's so cute.
Wait, the raccoon's a healer?
Yeah, the raccoon's the healer. He's got a grenade launcher, and then he throws healing potions. And all of his abilities are geared towards leeching health from other players. So, like, he heals himself and others on the team.
Oh, this would have been an app song for yesterday. I loaded up Pandora, and I had my Weird Al channel going. And I got They Might Be Shines, Why Does the Sun Shine?
Nice. The Eclipse was wild to, like, be in the path. That was crazy. Like, I've seen a partial eclipse before, but I've never been in a full eclipse.
I only had about 91% here. I mean, it was enough to, get fairly dark. It wasn't, so dark that the street lights came on.
Yeah. It wasn't, like, middle of the night dark, but it was, like, the sun has just set dark, and you've just kind of got the glow over the horizon.
Did you have to fight the urge to sacrifice someone to make the sun come back?
Yeah, I had to try really hard to make sure I didn't sacrifice Amy. We were both just standing outside the office.
Well, I amused her. We can't lose her.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so I was like, alright, it's time for us to praise the sun. She laughed. She was like, I get that reference because I'm a gamer. And I was like, yes, you do.
Then I made that tweet later.
Yeah. It was neat.
Yeah, I kind of loaded up all the tweets. Plus, I was also a little sleepy because normally yesterday I would have been resetting my sleep cycle because it's been a mess lately.
Yeah.
But, didn't want to miss, the once-in-a-lifetime kind of partial eclipse. Well, there is going to be another one in a few years that goes near me and another one that goes over me, but not as strong as I recall correctly.
I think I saw, it was 2020 something, like 2027 or 2028, but it's not going to be the same.
And also I got my rant on.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that from my landlord, and it took me everything to say, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Because I don't think she would appreciate, my coarse language.
Perhaps not. Yeah, like I said when I responded, all the schools here let out because they didn't want to deal with the liability, but they just canceled school for the day. So...
Well, to be fair, you can't get the kids excited in science because then they may realize that, wait a minute, all this coal shit is bullshit. And you want them nice and dumb so they can go into the mines and die.
Yeah, I could get black lung.
Well, then also all the radiation from burning coal, because it does release radiation.
I did not know that. Burning coal releases radiation. Does it really?
I'm pretty sure it does, but then again, it's one of those things. Yeah, a coal burning plant releases more radiation than a nuclear plant. So but also it's what?
No, I just Googled it, and there's an article from Scientific America. Coal ash is more radioactive than nuclear waste.
What, you think I wouldn't know about coal?
I just had never heard that before. Trust but verify, Rage. It's like rule number 5.
I know.
That's interesting. I was gonna say that's cool, but not really. That sucks, but it is interesting. I just had never thought of that before.
And also, I think, what was the other thing that I saw about nuclear power plants? That eating a banana gives you more radiation than standing near a nuclear power plant.
I'd believe that.
Because of the potassium.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, nuclear plants, all of that stuff is shielded and controlled. Bananas just fucking out there, man, waiting to get you. Damn bananas. They're delicious, though. I'm not sure how good a nuclear fuel rod tastes. Never had one.
Well, we just need to go down to the nuclear toilet. Oh, wait, we don't have one. Or did you watch that one?
I saw that. I live near a nuclear power plant.
I don't. I live near a coal one, which it's more radiation. So, but let's see. Hang on, where is it on here?
I live. How far away do I live from the Sequoia nuclear plant? Let's see, Google Maps. I'm pretty sure it's within 50 miles. I pass by it every Wednesday. My route to the Kingston office takes me past there. It is 24.2 miles. That's by road. It's probably less as the crow flies. But, say less than 25 miles. What is that?
And now even got...
Trying to open the picture, but it's not. There we go. Oh, banana and an owl.
It's called spirit animal. I have that from when Kyle mentioned that he was allergic to bananas. I found his spirit animal.
Let's see. How far am I from Oak Ridge?
I'm not too far from Oak Ridge.
About 75 miles.
I had a few friends that used to live there. But I imagine you mean a different one.
Yeah. The Oak Ridge National Laboratory. I'm about 75 miles from Oak Ridge. I've been there once. Went there on a college trip with one of my classes.
Probably the most interesting place I've been to is Green Bank.
I've never heard of Green Bank.
Radio Observatory.
Okay.
Home to the largest radio observatory in the world.
That's pretty cool.
It was under construction whenever I was there, though. Let's see. Let me get you a picture of this because it's rather impressive. Let's see.
I wonder what's happened to Oak Ridge during the Trump administration. Because I remember one of the things they were so proud about when we walked in there and they were showing us around is like they had a flag from every country where they had a scientist working there. There were like 100 flags in the lobby.
Okay, there you go.
Now I'm sad.
Just the Wikipedia article. It gives you a good view of the telescope.
Oh, damn. That's big. That's what she said.
I wonder if people are going to protest the Robert C. Byrd telescope.
I don't know.
Because because he had Klan affiliations.
Probably. I don't know. A bunch of people probably won't know anything about it.
Yeah, it requires knowing history. There was a protest around the Stonewall Jackson monument in Charleston, complaining about it being here, but he's from the state. I mean, yes, he was a Confederate general, but he was, well, this was, of course, when West Virginia was still part of Virginia. And also, maybe I have a weird view of Confederate monuments because my state has an oddball history with the Civil War to begin with. It's just it seems like both the far left and the far right are slinging mud at one another and covering everyone with shit.
Yeah. I wish they'd just take them and put them in museums. I mean, I think that's where they belong anyways. There's all sorts of national historic monuments that have been transported to museums in the last 50 years or so.
Yeah,
Why not those?
And, with the exception of local things. Like the Stonewall Jackson monument. Leave it there. It's part of state history.
Yeah.
And that's probably why my view of taking down a lot of these monuments is a little bit skewed. Is that it's local history, and it'd be sanitized. But then we have people protesting the Christopher Columbus monument now. And did you see that one get destroyed?
I think I saw an article on Reddit about it.
It's just it feels like we're going a little far, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, people tend to go to extremes. And the extremes in any respect I don't think are a good thing. All things in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm all... Like, I've had this discussion with several people around here.
Yeah, sorry to bring this up.
No, it's fine.
But I don't have really anyone to talk to, and I think you're probably about my best friend these days.
No, I love you too, buddy. Yeah, I've had that discussion with quite a few people around here, though, because, you live in the South, too. It's like...
Technically.
Yeah, most people are like, fuck those guys, keep the monuments. And I'm like, why don't we just put them all in museums? I mean, that's where they belong anyways. They're decaying and getting run down out here. They're going to get naturally ruined anyways. Make everybody happy. You get to preserve your monuments, and then they get to be taken off the streets, and you leave a few, like the biggest, most important ones, or the ones that are like impossible to move or prohibitively expensive to move.
Yeah, like, you're not going to chisel this out off of Stone Mountain.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, I'm sure people would love to do that. But on the flip side of things, I don't think you should attach a Ripto statue and just pull it down and then stomp on it.
Yeah, that's something that happens when dictatorships collapse.
Yeah, did you see that video?
No.
This was right when all the protesting of monuments started again. I'm gonna have to go find this now because it's kind of it looks like something that would be out of a dictatorship falling. Okay, because let's see, it was in North Carolina. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want. All right, it's a Twitter video. This is, I think, maybe. This is a different view than what I saw, but it's the same thing.
The same event?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the one I saw had the watch the person climb up and from the back. I mean, really?
Oh. The guy walks up to it and... Did he spit on it?
Yes, spit on it and then flipped it off.
And then they're kicking it.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it should be the U.S., does it?
Nope. It reminds me an awful lot of the iconic video of the statues of Saddam Hussein being pulled down in the early 2000s. I just got some creepy chills down my spine.
Sorry.
Man.
But don't worry, I'm used to giving people creepy chills.
All this shit's so fucked up.
Yeah, it makes you wonder where we're going to be by the end of the week since we had Eclipse on Monday. How are things going to end Friday?
Yeah, the Elder Gods, what have they got in store for us this week?
Actually, I was more surprised that Trump was in Washington, D.C. for this event. Yeah. For the Eclipse. I was expecting him to be on a golf course somewhere.
I'm glad I get
that's the one saving grace about him is that he's so fucking lazy that he hasn't had time to really screw up that much.
Yeah.
Well, outside of just not appointing people and appointing the wrong people that he does appoint, but that seems to be the limits of his fuckery so far. I just hope we don't have some sort of major natural disaster or major disaster while he's in power because holy shit.
Or a massive terrorist attack.
Oh. If they have a massive terrorist attack, they won't be able to shoot him from below the waist because his rating hard-on will be visible. Or,
yes.
The sock that he puts down the front of his pants. One of the two.
Yeah.
Because that's the prime opportunity for him to bomb his way back into a positive approval rating.
Yep. I've got my fingers crossed that doesn't go wrong, but honestly, at this point, I'm so pessimistic about all of that shit that I'm just, like, waiting for it to happen. I'm waiting to wake up one morning and read news articles about how, like, we started a war with someone. A couple weeks ago...
Over Twitter.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, it was North Korea. You know, there's always the chance that it'll be Russia or China. China.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird for kids in history class, assuming that there is one, of course, to read about how the U.S. declared war over Twitter.
Yeah.
And the thing is that Trump didn't even use Twitter longer. He just tweeted out several times in a row. Granted, I can't say that I haven't done that. I mean, hell, I've done that yesterday. But the difference is, I'm not the leader of the free fucking world.
Yeah, well, neither's Donald Trump anymore.
I wouldn't say that because he did fire Bannon.
Yeah.
Did you see the GIF going around? I know we're completely off topic, but what the hell at this point? Of people doing like they did in Soviet Russia and just editing out all the people that Trump's fired.
No, I haven't seen that, but that's great.
There was my favorite version was the GIF version of it where it was Marty McFly. It was in Back to the Future 2 where he runs up to no, it was the first Back to the Future where he runs up to the car where his dad just laid out Biff.
Yeah.
And he looks at the photograph and him and his siblings are still disappearing, so he runs off. But instead, it's a picture of Trump in the Oval Office, and all his aides are disappearing. There's only Pence is left.
Yeah. All right, let's do a show. I want to talk about video games.
Yeah, we should probably actually set up our news as well because we haven't done that yet. We got completely off topic.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see news.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I had We Happy Few on here for last week, and then Jim Sterling did his video on that, which I actually watched.
Yeah, I watched that yesterday too.
Well, I watched it this morning.
Okay. So I felt like it's pretty light on news. We've gotten a few small things, but
I was expecting there to be more news, but most of what came out at Gamescom was just release stuff. Which there was some cool stuff. The Jurassic Park.
The Jurassic Park. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But in order for it to be authentic, you have to be able to cut the budget of your programmer. And then he just shuts down your park.
Didn't say the magic word.
Yeah, I have a whole problem with Jurassic Park. All right, supposedly Hammond spared no expense, but either he lied or he was taken for a ride himself because there was a lot of stuff there that didn't make sense if he actually paid the money for it.
Have you ever read the book?
Actually, no.
Hammond is very different in the book from in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the movie was a really, really good adaptation, but Hammond in the book is a lot more of a, instead of like a kindly old grandfather, he's a much more like shrewd, corners-cutting businessman.
Which makes sense more for the book and for that version of Hammond to have that Jurassic Park.
Yeah, because a lot of the problems that they have are because he tried to cut corners and some things went wrong, and then it just kind of became a cascade of failure. So, I mean, I think they copied some elements from that.
Yeah, if they just didn't have the line "spared no expense" in Jurassic Park and made him just look more incompetent.
Yeah, I can't remember if that line is actually in the book or not. I don't remember it, but it's been probably the better part of a decade since I've read Jurassic Park, so.
Yeah, I actually never read it. I had it at one point, but just never picked it up.
Yeah, it's a good book. I think the first Jurassic Park movie is pretty comparable to the book. Like I said, there's some different changes, but it's a really good adaptation. The Lost World Jurassic Park book, though, is miles better than the movie. Although they did do some hand-waving of...
Yeah, honestly, never really watched any of the other Jurassic Parks. Not even the newest one.
In my opinion, the first Jurassic Park is still the best. Lost World is pretty good. The third Jurassic Park movie, we don't speak of that. And then Jurassic World was okay, but it missed the point of what Jurassic Park was and turns it into too much of an action film.
And it looks like the Jurassic Park game is going to be in the Jurassic World world based on the little hamster balls running around.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, I love the Jurassic Park Builder games. I played the shit out of Operation Genesis.
I never played it. Did Zoo Tycoon have a dinosaur expansion to it? Or there was a dinosaur expansion to one of those old management games that was like Zoo Tycoon, and I can't remember which it was, but I played that.
I'm not sure. It looks like there was a Zoo Tycoon dinosaur game. Dinosaur Digs.
Maybe that's it.
Zoo Tycoon Dinosaur Digs.
I remember playing it vaguely.
Yeah. Zoo Tycoon Dinosaur Digs. I mean, there could be more. I've seen a few of these other Dinosaur Park games, but Operation Genesis, it had some problems, but it was a fully 3D park management game. And the best part of the game, though, was the Site B mode, which was just like a big island, and you could just spawn dinosaurs and just watch them. It was neat. But, yeah. Occasionally I would sabotage my park on purpose just to watch the T-Rexes and the Velociraptors eat park goers.
Didn't pay the programmer enough.
Yeah. Also, you could do like in, I guess probably most of these games, actually, now that I think of it, charge for the toilet. Always make money by charging for the toilet.
Yeah, that was a big thing in at least the earlier Roller Coaster Tycoons was cut the price of drinks and then charge an arm and a leg for the toilet.
Yeah, I do that in Operation Genesis.
Either cheap or free drinks, one of the two.
Yeah, you do cheap park admission, cheap drinks and food, and then expensive toilet.
Yeah, which honestly, if they did that, they should have it where the park goers had a high chance of just pissing in the bushes. It would have been hilarious, especially it would anger your groundskeepers.
Yeah. You could also send the little Jeep things. Like, you could build dinosaur pins and send Jeeps into them, like, for tours. And you weren't supposed to, but you could, like, glitch the game. Like, you weren't supposed to spawn carnivorous dinosaurs in there with them. But you could, like, put two pins together and then delete the wall after you'd put together your ride. And then the carnivores could get in there and they'd attack your Jeeps. It was great.
And you just name that ride faster. Gotta go faster.
Must go faster. Must go faster.
Then you put Will Smith in there as well. And he has to upload the virus to the park.
He's the programmer you didn't pay enough. Alright. So this whole topics thing.
Yeah, it turns out the password was Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth. Even though he clearly says Earth. I like the Earth meme.
It makes me wonder, what was the password? What was the magic word?
Please, goddammit.
It would have been hilarious if they typed in please and everything came back online. Thank you.
Thank you for being polite. Oh, well, that was easy. Hold on to your butts. Looks like I'm going to get to keep my body. My arm won't just be hanging out. Damn it, now I want to go watch Jurassic Park. Alright. So
on the plus side, all the game announcements hasn't hit my game pitch list. Granted, there's one on there. If it ever gets off the pitch list, I'd be shocked.
Well, I mean, hey, I had one.
Yeah, which I saw you pushing for interviews. I wish you would have told me that you were going to do that. It was just more of a minor annoyance than anything. It's like, oh, well, I guess he's doing a thing.
Well, I never did a thing. I tried to do a thing.
Well, they seemed interested, but then maybe they listened to the podcast and heard me be all grumpy pants. Or they saw me posting my reviews on Steam, which I've started to do.
Alright, so I put the Mass Effect Andromeda and Valve tightening the new Sun Fate games on there. Because that one was kind of controversial last week. Because some people were like, oh my god, they're terrible.
There's been some more info coming out about that last one.
What's this Kit Kat accuses of copyright? It's hard.
That was just hilarious. Yeah, that was just what? To be fair, I never even saw this advertisement, so.
Well, I guess Atari's got to make money somehow.
Yeah, it's a completely facetious lawsuit because you're not allowed to copyright game mechanics. Otherwise, the indie scene would just be gone.
Yeah. You want to put that on there? I mean, I don't know if we've got to...
That would be a very, very brief topic. Let's put it this way. The history of Breakout is longer than the rest of this article, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was more me fishing for news because, like I said, I was expecting there to be more news. But, the Brink thing is interesting, but, not a lot to talk about. So maybe we need to dive into Pitch a Game.
I would love to do another Pitch a Game. Alright, so we'll do games we played.
Should I do the one that I'd expect to never leave my Pitch a Game list?
Pitch a Game round 2. I'll just do Pitch a Game. I mean, you can pitch whatever game you want. I know which one I'm pitching tonight.
Pitch a Game, Electric Boogaloo.
Pitch a Game 2, Electric Boogaloo. Alright, so games we played. Did you update your list?
I already put my games on here.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 mobile games. It was an oddball week for me because I was trying to reset, but also, still be awake for the Eclipse. So I did 2 mobile games while I was rendering in my Sunday Sampler, which... Oh, I got words for the Sunday Sampler. I already posted my review on Steam, so... You could spoil yourself and go see it.
Oh, but why would I want to ruin such a good time? Listen to you talk about it.
Yeah, but to be fair, you could also click on my link in my review and hear me talk about it.
I could, but I'd rather do it live.
Do it live. Fuck it.
See, I won't talk about any of the free-to-game stuff I played, because we don't know yet what we're going to talk about. I might talk about those next week once we've got it figured out. Oh, I forgot. I actually played Warface 2 weeks ago, or Warshift, and I didn't talk about it. So that's another one to put on my list. And then I did play one interesting little mobile game. I mean, it's not great, but I just kind of had like a, that's neat moment with it. I don't think I'll put it on the list, though.
Alright.
I don't want to gum up the works. Alright, so I've got a few things to say about Interstellar, a couple of things to say about GTA and No Man's Sky. Those will both be pretty quick, I think. Warshift, pretty quick.
Yeah, Quester will probably be 15 or so minutes, with my 2 mobile games being probably about 5 or so minutes each.
Oh, Defiance just downloaded. My audio quality picked back up. Okay, so I'll do 60 minutes for games that we played.
Yeah, that's about standard.
And then Pitch a Game. How long did we go last time for Pitch a Game? Like 30 minutes?
Yeah, about half an hour.
Okay.
Because I'm really disappointed that there's not more news. I mean, I'll go see if there's that Tuesday news article that always pops up right after we finish recording.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, Final Fantasy 15 getting mod support on PC is pretty interesting. All the nude mods.
Woohoo! Has some cute nude boys.
Well, I was thinking about the girl with the tits. That one.
Yeah, that one girl with the tits. Let's see.
Well, let's put it this way. As soon as I saw that and I know what I know of the cast, it's like, oh, she's going to be buck naked within 5 minutes of that game launching.
Well, there was a Final Fantasy 15 porn parody that had that character. So, technically, it already exists. It's not exactly the same, but...
true. But there's a porn parody of pretty much everything these days.
True that.
We live in a wondrous time.
It was the best of times. It was the best of times.
It was the best of times, and then the election happened.
How much do you think we'll talk about Mass Effect Andromeda basically dying?
Oh, 20 minutes? Because it's not just Andromeda, but it's the series in general.
Yeah, that's why I said Mass Effect instead of Andromeda.
Well, you said Andromeda. At least I thought you did. But then again, I'm also reading the news here.
It doesn't matter. It's fine. Alright, Discovery Queue, as always, like 10 to 15 minutes. Community Corner, I saw there were no emails. Do we have tweets and things?
We only have, sorting out, your stuff. Only one answer to the question of the week and one tweet. Which, the tweet's cute. City Skylines, Green City's Gamescom announcement. City Skylines has so much DLC to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a bit.
But it's also a Paradox game.
Yeah.
Right, one thing that's nice about them is that they at least put all the quality of life stuff in the base game for free.
Right. We need either a couple more news topics or another general topic to kind of round us out.
Well, I did add a new general topic to the list.
What did you add?
It's to the last one on the list. How do you judge a game?
How do you judge a game? What?
Well,
like quality or?
Well, I had a couple of thoughts about that. How do you get your first impressions? Or the one I really thought of was, how do you look at a store page and figure out if this game is worth your time or not?
Ooh, judge a game by its cover. I like that. Let's do that. Good idea. I'll put that.
Because I thought that whenever I was on the Keymailer, it's like, how do I judge these? And I think we could really go down the rabbit hole and talk about games in general, how we judge them as well. I think it could be a nice sprawling topic potentially.
What's a better way to say it? How does a game catch your interest?
It's not a...
Don't judge a game by its cover. I'm trying to think of like...
Yeah, I'm thinking. Think. I mean, it's a good topic. It's just hard to describe, isn't it?
Window shopping? What piques your interest in a game?
What piques your interest would probably be a bit better. What piques your interest in a game?
Is it peaks like Peaks, or is it a different way to spell it?
Different way to spell it.
All right.
I was just waiting for you to type it out.
Piqus. Okay.
Hey, at least I know that it's not peaks.
All right. I don't know how long we'll go for that one.
Yeah, that could be a nice sprawling topic. And could go who knows where.
I think we'll just leave it. I think this is a good topic list because we already had a little over 2 hours anyways, and this has got a chance to be like.
If it comes up to it, we'll just do a second discovery queue.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I've drank all the Monster Energy drink and half of my water bottle, so I need to go to the bathroom.
I was about to say.
And also refill.
You need to go to the little boy's room?
Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom and refill, and then I'll be good to go, I think. So.
All right, well, I'm going to hobble off and beat you there. Be right back.
All right.